All right, so today's topic of discussion is going to be stream schedules. Yesterday, I was watching a streamer by the name of Green Dumpling, or SETI, who I highly recommend looking up. Search him on Twitter and on Twitch. He is loud and proud and fantastic. He has a master's in marketing and will not sugarcoat it for you. He tells you like it is, and he offers a lot of streaming advice. It's not his full thing, but it's something that he does pretty regularly. But anyway, I was watching him yesterday, and he was celebrating his 1 year stream anniversary, and he was talking. So he did like a whole marketing kind of workshop, and he went through and he was talking about different things, how to market, talking about like networking and all kinds of stuff. But at one point, something came up about stream scheduling. And it's something he'd said before, and it's something another streamer who teaches streaming type information had talked about before. So yesterday, I kind of summarized the point up on Twitter as, don't stream every day. You'll burn out, you'll get exhausted, you'll hate streaming, you'll drive your viewers away, you need time off. And I got a ton of response for it, like huge amount of response. It's probably my most popular tweet to date. And I had responses on both sides, which is good. There are very few issues in streaming or anywhere else where I will say 100%, this is exactly how it needs to be done all the time. I like to kind of I pick a stance on issues, but I'm also accepting of the fact that different things work for different people. And just because it works for me and I choose to do it doesn't mean that it will work for you. But this is an issue that comes up a lot, especially with new streamers. New streamers seem to fall into this trap of thinking as soon as they start, they need to stream. Like I've seen, that's okay, Anarchy, I don't mind. But yeah, like they get into this trap of thinking they need to bang out streams every single day, sometimes twice a day. And I haven't been streaming very long. Like, I will freely admit that. I'm just the kind of person that likes to learn as much as I can about a subject when I get into it. And so as soon as I started streaming, I started kind of trying to filter in information and learn what I can. I found some streamers that taught really well about different aspects of streaming. And I see this one all the time. And it's really a fallacy. Like, on the surface, it kind of makes sense. Like, you stream more people will see you, you'll get bigger. Except it doesn't really work that way. There's a few reasons why it doesn't work like that. The main issue is the scarcity mindset. Scarcity mindset is the idea that there's only so much of something to go around. This comes up in a couple places, there's another part of this that I'm going to talk about in another video. But for this specifically, you want to harness the scarcity mindset to enhance your viewer retention and engagement. Basically, you want people to think, oh shoot, he's only on at this time, or she only streams on this day, so I need to be there. If you can set a schedule and keep to it like that and have it shorter, people will cling to that time if they become your fan because they'll want to see you. If you stream every single day, multiple times a day, there's not a lot of incentive for them to actually show up to your streams because they're like, well, they'll stream tomorrow. Oh, it's no big deal. I'll see them later. And so you lose retention and your fan base kind of does this. So the important part of this is you need to make a schedule, keep to it, and hype it. And then when you're not streaming, that's the other side of it. You need time off of streaming to be able to do other things, both stuff that will help your streaming grow, but also help you stay healthy and happy as a streamer. If you stream every single day for hours, you burn out. Burnout is inevitable. Like, pretty much the only people that can manage to avoid it are people at the very highest levels of streaming. So people like Ninja. They're paid to do it. It is their job. It's no different than somebody showing up to, film a movie for 18 hours every day for 6 months. They will burn out over time, but it happens less slowly because the incentive is there to remain. They're guaranteed to make a certain amount of money. And that's actually Anarchy. That's something I'm going to address after, towards the end of this. So don't hold on to that. But the other issue too is lengths of streams. it kind of falls into the same thing. A lot of people feel like they need to stream for hours and hours. Well, if you're streaming 8, 12, 16 hours every single day, you're going to die. Like, you will collapse, your viewership will implode, and you'll be nowhere, exhausted, probably sick, and probably broke because you put too much too fast, which is like the opposite of what you want to do. Excuse me. So, and this came up too in my thread, like, some people do stream more often. When I started streaming, I streamed twice a week. Twice. In a time slot that doesn't have as many viewers. I started first thing in the morning. My Tuesday and Thursday streams, that was my normal beginner schedule. And like, it took me a little while to kind of get the hang of things and figure it out. But I hit affiliate 2 streams a week in less than 2 months. And this starting from 0. I had no YouTube followers. I didn't have a Twitter account. I'd been on Twitch a handful of times. So I basically started from as close to 0 as you can. And it's still under 2 months with what I've learned. I did it on 2 streams a week. And those streams at that time were about 2 hours, maybe 2.5 if I pushed it. Which, I mean, if you think about other streamers, that's not very much. That's very few streams, not very long. But I started to build an audience. It didn't really take very long to start. Like, it's slow, and I admit fully that it will be slower on fewer streams at that level of viewer. Most people would be better off starting in like the 3 to 5 range, but you need to look at the length of the stream. If you're streaming 8 hours, 5 days a week, that can be exhausting. Like, yes, most people work a job, 8 hours, but streaming kind of comes with its own set of issues and things that tire you out. It's a lot more tiring than most people would think from the surface. And there's so much you need to do. So my recommendation would be, if you want to stream 5 days a week, like I had somebody respond that they stream for 5 hours a week, try doing shorter streams. So like 2 to 3 hours, you know, enough that you have time to get in, engage with your viewers, build relationships, but not so much that you're burning out on it. Ooh, itchy face. And this is where the other part of it comes in. When you're not streaming, you shouldn't just be sitting around. Like, becoming a successful streamer is so much more than hitting the go live button, turning your game on, and going. Like, there's so much more to it than that. If you want to be a successful streamer, you need to do, like, there's a number of things you need to do, but the big ones that come into this: when you're not streaming, you need to be taking care of yourself. So make sure you eat properly, make sure you sleep properly, try to exercise, take care of real world requirements. So if you need to go to the doctor, if you need to, you know, deal with your kids' stuff, whatever, you need to do that when you're not streaming. If you're streaming too often, you won't be able to do that. The other thing is you need to learn. You need to learn as much as you can as a beginner streamer especially, but this applies to everybody. You could have been streaming for years and you'll still have things to learn. Look, find people who know more and learn from them. My 2 recommendations for that are Ashney Christ, who I shout out constantly. Like, she is the great she is the reason why I went from 1 to 2 viewers to affiliate in under 2 weeks. I found her. I immediately started to put into practice the first few things that I learned. Like, I try not to overload. I try to pick, like, you know, 1 or 2 things at a time to kind of work through. But as soon as I started putting her advice into practice, my streaming it exploded overnight. It was crazy. Honest to God, I was mind blown with how quickly it changed. And the other one I mentioned at the very beginning, Green Dumpling, aka Seti, he is kind of the other side. Ashney is like the nice, gentle mom style of instructor. Green Dumpling is the in-your-face, not sugar-coated. He will tell you what exactly is the problem, and he won't hold bars. So if he thinks you're a shitty streamer and you shouldn't be doing it, he will tell you that. But at the same time, if you legitimately want to improve, he will tell you where to do it. He won't coddle you. He won't give you false, like, oh, it's fine. He will tell you what exactly the issue is. And so I think the 2 of them together work really, really well. Now, Seti he does all kinds of other stuff. Stream Help is kind of just one part of it, whereas Ashley Christ, her thing is streaming. She teaches you how to be a better streamer so that you can be successful. And she encourages everyone else to teach everyone else the same thing so that everybody can become successful. So those are the two. And the last one, this is the most important thing. And honestly, you should probably be spending more time doing this than actually streaming. Networking. 100%. You need to network. I don't care if you hate social media. I don't care if you're shy as fuck. You need to join a good community. Shout out to Monstrosities. I fucking love Monstrosities. Link is down below. Please join us if you haven't. We are incredibly supportive and we want to help everyone be successful. Oh, my hair is itching me. But yes, you need to join a good community, a legitimately supportive community, not one that's just full of people that are looking to take and give nothing back. You need to use social media. Specifically, you need to use Twitter. Other ones can work as well, but Twitter is the big place for gaming. If you're not on Twitter, you need to make an account. You need to start following people. You need to start interacting with people. You need to post frequently. Now, this is going to be another entire video subject, but you need to be a real person. You need to be, you need to tweet, that you're going live. If you're doing a giveaway, schedules, all of that. Like the meat of your streaming needs to go there. But you also need to make sure that you're being personable and that you're being an actual person. Nobody likes Twitter accounts that are pure bot reposts. It's annoying and it's useless and you won't get any engagement. Post about your life. Post photos of your cat. If you got stuck in a snowbank on the way to work, post about that. You can have some auto posts, but you want to make sure you have real live person posts as well. And you need to interact with other people. So if somebody follows you, don't do an auto DM. Hell, don't DM them at all. Just, hey, thank you so much for following. Or, oh wow, I just checked out your account and, this is something we have in common, let's chat. Or, just even liking posts, replying with something on topic to something that they've posted. Whatever, but you need to interact as a person. Networking will get you way further than streaming more often.
Agreed.
I don't know why she decided to walk by in the middle of my spiel, but
I'm not a cat.
I'm in the middle of a spiel.
You could have ignored me.
No, it's important. Yeah, no. I've definitely gone into Twitter accounts that were purely auto posts, and the worst part is most of them were not auto posts of going live. They were auto posts of Twitter analytics from some random website. Why would you be posting that if you're not posting on Twitter? You have literally no engagement. Why do you need that? And do not auto DM. For the love of God, do not auto DM. Those are the worst. Those are pretty much the bane of the existence of anyone who uses social media for anything that matters. Just don't. But that's the big thing. You need to network, make friends. Because especially in the first little bit where you're struggling to get past that 3 to 5 viewer hurdle, having real friends will get you there, because they're gonna come. They're gonna hang out with you, help you creep up a little bit on the browser area of Twitch. But they're also going to shout you out to other people. Oh, hey, this guy's playing this game you love. You should come watch. Or my friend is really awesome. He's going live for this. Come hang out. And it'll help you creep up. So basically, yes, to sum it up, do not stream every day. For the love of God, don't stream multiple times a day. You will burn out. You'll get sick. You'll hate streaming. Which, by the way, if you say you hate streaming, fucking don't stream. Do YouTube videos. Become mods. Anything else. But if you hate streaming, it shows. And that's why people won't watch you. But you'll burn out, you'll drive people away, and you'll sit at really low viewer numbers and not know why, because you're doing it too much. Stream less, be happier and more positive and energetic during your streams, and network. So yes, that was my spiel about streaming schedules. I will clip this one down, although I will probably make sometime in the future a nicer, properly trimmed one for YouTube. But for now, this one will go onto my YouTube. Oh.
And now that is the end of rant time with Mommy.
It wasn't rant, it was a discussion.
Rant time with Mommy.
But yes, so thank you for listening to my spiel.